Hello, everyone. Father Purcell here. Our Lord was so good to give us the gift of the Eucharist, so that not only could we go visit him in his body and blood, soul, and divinity, so that his humanity would stay present with us here on earth, even as he ascended into heaven, but so that we could even receive him into our soul and receive him in Holy Communion. But as much as we desire to receive him in Holy Communion, and as much as we love that very moment of Holy Communion, our Lord wants to come into our souls all throughout the day in every moment of our lives, not just at the moment we receive him in the sacrament of Holy Communion, physically in the sacrament of Holy Communion. And so one prayer that we can make in order to extend our union with our Lord through the rest of our lives is what is called a spiritual communion. And that's reaching our heart out to our Lord, asking him to come into our hearts, even though we aren't receiving him sacramentally at that very moment. And our Lord gladly responds. He comes more deeply into our heart, even as if he had just come into our heart with the sacrament of communion. And also he, in this way, prepares us for the next moment where we get to receive him in the sacrament. There's lots of forms of this prayer of sacramental communion, but the basics of it is to reach out your heart to Jesus in the closest tabernacle that you have, adore our Lord in the blessed sacrament in the tabernacle, and then pray a prayer. There's a prayer that I pray often whenever I receive Holy Communion, and often whenever I go visit our Lord in church or even drive by a church. It's, I wish, O Lord, to receive you with the purity, humility, and devotion with which your Holy Mother received you, with the spirit and the fervor of the saints. It's a prayer that I learned a while back, and I've prayed it every time right before receiving communion, because in that way I'm joined with Our Lady as she received Holy Communion, and with all the saints in the way they received Holy Communion. But it's also a prayer that makes me desire to receive Holy Communion more the next time I get to receive him. So make spiritual communions, make them often, and let your love of the Blessed Sacrament grow every day.